Vítejte ve Sluneční soustavě. Má to vůbec cenu tady skenovat, to už určitě lidi dávno museli udělat. To ani na zemi nemůžu přistát. Jasně, že prohlíd ventovský a ta umělá inteligence by měla být tady. No, to se kdo nechtěl projít po měsíci, že? Chtěl být nějaký turbo na tyhle ty dolní povrchy. No, vůbec nebudu mít ale za dostatečný úrovni. Jo. No jasně, že nemám. Jo, nevím, jestli tady někde byl přistání na Měsíci schválně. A víš co, tady bude takových vlajek, třeba Coca-Cola a tak. Ale máme zemi krásnou. A tak umělá inteligence se zbouřila, schválně si na těch mašinách najdeme nálepku Intel Inside. Ježišmarja, já jsem to naboural. To jsem nechtěl. A to koukáme, to asi bude muset projít všechny. Rozdělíme si vodítkem. No to elektroniku nemáme ani odemčenou.
Nepotřebuji řidičák, jsem ve vesmíru, tam to nikdo nevidí, kromě tebe. Tak když už jim zachráním padel, tak jim snad nebude vadit, že si vezmeme něco, ne? Pěkný. Co se hnedka podíváme, jestli není ta pistolka lepší, co jsem měl? Ne, stejně to. To snipa. No, to asi dám. Co, koho vidíte? Já vidím kulový. Aha. Teď si nejsem jistý, jestli jsme trošku nepřecenili svý síly. Jsem si vším. To raketometry. Stávejte. No, ona už zase leží. Ještě to si nechám potom. Dobrý, vstáváme. No, hlavně, že umíš tak krásně zahlásit. Máme tady ještě něco užitečného? Asi ne. Co, ten počet vykřižníčků se mi nelíbí. To budou nějaký asi uzlíky, že jo? Servy. Co pak to je? Poprčíc.
We got them all, Shepard.
Jaký toxický plyn?
All clear.
No tak to je tím nic těžkýho teda.
It's over now.
Je mi divný, že zrovna tohle by nezvládli teda marináci Aliance, ale dronu a to je všechno. Tak uvidíme, co bude v dalších. Teď se nepůjdem po svých.
Securing point.
Clear. Hostile
Ne, že
contact.
tam zase letíte. Kurwa.
All targets eliminated.
No, to je krásný. A co jako s tím, že po ní nikdo nejde? Vlastně počkáme.
Area secured.
Ale jo, tak to je docela směšně easy. Stačí jenom vidět, kam si je natáhnout.
position.
Perimeter secure.
No tak jeden. No, stačí raketová člověk, je to nevím.
Perimeter secured.
Tohle už bylo trošku těžší, no, ale i tak jediný, že by to bylo všechno. Až vylezem pen, tak tam bude nějaký super extra velký boss. Tak 10krát větší než ten dětský kolosus. Jo, tak už je lepší. It's over now. Co to je? Ty jo, ten boborať. No, asi si dám tohle. No dobrý, zvyšuje hodně přesnost to poškození pistole. To přesně potřebujeme. A to bylo všechno. Tak no. Tak si zastavíme, kolik máme dní. Zastavíme se ještě rychle na citadele a poletíme na Noverii. No, nebo poletíme na Noverii hned. Tak jsme pomohli Aliance, aby neměli další trapas. Tak jo, to je všechno.
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector and a berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
Tak to si
What
zkus.
a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
No, asi tady nic nepotřebujeme.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
That's far enough.
Something wrong, officer?
You better hope there isn't. This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
I'm a Spectre. My name is Shepard.
Load of horse crap, ma'am. We will need to confirm that. Also, I must advise you that firearms are not permitted on Noveria. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Tak to moment.
Citadel authority supersedes yours.
Let's not start a fight.
If you think this is best, Commander.
Captain Matsuo, stand down. We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational.
Co,
Parasini
jste se
San will
začali?
meet you upstairs. Behave yourself.
Tak, jelikož budeme slušný. Tak. A tak jo, budeme slušný.
Weapons detectors. Don't mind the alarms.
Aha.
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Ananias. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
I appreciate your help.
You're welcome. You understand our security chief was only doing her job. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? And sorry, matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezie.
Benezie. She is here?
Can I speak with her?
Benezie left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
That's where I need to be then.
You'll need to ask Administrator Ananias for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The executive board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
I'm not here to dig out any corporate secrets.
That's gratifying to hear.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the administrator's office.
To určitě tam budeš rychlejší
She is
než
here.
my, co?
I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
No, I don't. I trust you, Liara. You may not be military, but you're part of my crew.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
Welcome to Port Hanshan, the galaxy's most respected site for independent scientific research and development. For your own safety and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
Ale tady je ten Hanar, co se chtěl vidět Gregu.
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan. News travels fast here. Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here.
No tak, bude video.
This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs. You want me to use my status to smuggle for you? That is not inaccurate. I'm supposed to uphold the law, not break it. This one understands. The offer shall remain open. It truly needs the help. Tell me about the job
něco
again.
víc o té zásilce?
This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
To už jsme slyšeli, ale...
Maybe later. Right now I need supplies. Of course. This one apologizes for inconveniencing you.
Co, v pohodě, ty se tady červenáš, ne já. Nic moc. A podíváme se ještě na ty zbroje pro národní.
Has the other reconsidered this one's plea for aid?
Maybe later.
Right now I need supplies. Of course. This one apologizes for inconveniencing you.
Co tu máme? Krogan, Kvarian. Tady je pěkný kulový. Nic nemáš. Ach jo. To trochu jo, no.
How can I help you?
Tell me about the companies that work on Noveria.
Over 250 high-tech firms rent our labs. Major shareholders include Elanus Risk Control Services, Binary Helix, and Synthetic Insights Limited.
Binary Helix. They work in genetics?
BH is a leader in genetics and biotechnology. They try to keep a low profile in the media. Much of their research is in biotic modifications. That angers many Luddite, organic baseline, and fundamentalist groups.
Your guards work for ERCS, don't they?
The executive board gets a discount on facility security. Elanus also develops lethal and non-lethal weapons.
Haven't I seen Synthetic Insights in the news lately?
They're one of only 4 corporations licensed by the Citadel Council to develop artificial intelligence. They attract many protests. No agitators have ever breached our security. That's why they invest heavily here.
Okay.
I'd like to speak to Ananias.
One moment, please. Mr. Ananias?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
To je hlásek. To byl Salarian, ne? No jasně.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain colonial rubes.
I won't take up much of your time.
This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the executive board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
I'm not here to investigate your tenants.
Nevertheless, I have a responsibility to keep you away from them. Spectres are not encumbered by a need for due process.
Do you do business with Saren?
Agent Saren? One of your Spectre compatriots? He's a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Noveria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezie?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
Commandos? You didn't think that odd?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezie from taking them.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor. She's here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Forget him, Commander. If he won't help us, I'm sure someone else here will.
Back to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
No jo, klidně.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
Patří ti to.
Mr. Annaleus isn't the only one with a pass to leave
Já
Hanshan.
si
You've
myslím.
never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
So it would seem. I need an alternative.
Talk to Lorik Keen. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Annaleus.
Talk to you later.
Very well.
Bar bude asi tamhle nahoře, co? No, uvidíme.
Excuse me, I need a moment of your time. The male human at the hotel bar? He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Rafael Vargas. I need you to speak with him.
Do you know who I am?
Everyone here knows who you are, Dullstone. That makes you ideal for my job. You are a known quantity, or so Vargas will think. He will assume you are here to investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
Strange people skulking in corners have gotten me in trouble before.
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our town is known for its biotic amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in Binary Helix? They do not manufacture amps.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Noveria branch has flown in Asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific. We want to assess any potential risk to Asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement programs. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
No, co se říká, chce být člověk za dobře.
Excellent. Here is the cracking device. You will know it is done when it beeps. I've assembled a dossier on Vargas. If you would like, I could brief you on his behavior patterns.
Jasně.
Tell me what you know about Vargas.
He is impatient with those who waste his time. I tried to get him distracted and off topic. He concluded I was not interested in his company's services. I noticed he has a tell. When a topic makes him nervous or uncomfortable, he has a tendency to rub the back of his neck. If you see that, press him on the subject. It may distract him enough to keep him talking.
Tell me what you know about Vargas.
I noticed he has a If you see that, press him on the subject. It may distract him enough to keep him talking.
I'll go see him now.
I hope to hear from you soon.
Ten Binary Helix pěkně smrdí, takže tohle nebude dost taková levota. Tak jeden později.
Good. I don't think I'm supposed to mention numbers.
Can I help you?
Mr. Vargas, I'm Commander Shepard, a Spectre. I understand you work for Binary Helix.
That's correct. Rafael Vargas sales. Were you interested in our services?
It's customary to perform minor genetic upgrades upon enlistment. I've been assigned to see what BH has to offer.
It was my understanding that the Citadel contracted to a Solarian corporation for its enhancement programs.
I'm sure you know that we pass a new budget every fiscal year. If it delivers a better soldier, contracts can change.
A sound business practice. Excuse my hesitation, I've never heard a government accused of good business sense. First, the boilerplate disclaimer. No genetic enhancement is guaranteed to take. We can maximize the odds, but every strand of DNA is unique. Our patented techniques can provide an 8% improvement in adrenal response, 12% faster clotting, and a measurable decrease in CG muscle degeneracy.
I've never heard of a technique that improves zero-gravity endurance.
It's a first for the industry. The advent of element zero-based artificial gravity made it a less pressing concern. We're still waiting for tests to give us an average improvement. We estimate a 7 to 11% decrease in muscle loss rates. I can get you those improvements for 30k credits per head. For a bulk order, I can work in a sensory enhancement package, guaranteed 20/15 vision and hearing from 12 to 22,000 hertz.
How would you distribute the upgrades? Retroviral injections would take some time.
Well, it does take time to upgrade a body with adjusted DNA. Skin cells could be replaced in 2 weeks, but the liver takes over a year, and the skeleton a decade. For frontline units, we can speed the process with full system transfusions and injections to stimulate regrowth. It would still take 6 months to see results. I have to admit, it surprised me that you were here for business. There are many development projects on Noveria, some not entirely legal.
Does Binary Helix have any less than above-board projects? I'll keep my source confidential.
Certainly not. Our corporate reputation is sterling. I can assure you all of Binary Helix's operations on Noveria are strictly on the level.
I'm sorry, Mr. Vargas. That's a call I have to take. Thank you for your time.
Of course, Commander Shepard. We look forward to doing business with the Citadel.
Tak doufám, že jste stíhali ještě.
Any results?
Your toy did its job.
Excellent. I will transfer 500 credits to your account.
Only 500. All right. I thought you might have wanted to provide more. Since you couldn't do it yourself, I mean.
Did I say 500 credits? I meant 750. Good day, Spectre.
Odpadlík, jo. Co?
Afternoon. Sit down, have a drink. What can I do for you?
Are you Lorik Keen? I've heard you might be able to help me.
You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? What can an old Turian like me possibly help you with?
I'm trying to find a way into the garage. I have places to go.
You need a pass. How fortuitous. I'm the manager of the local Synthetic Insights office. For the moment, at least. Mr. Analeus closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of rents.
Jo.
I sense a connection there.
Indeed. I acquired evidence of Analeus's actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it. I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Analeus would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
Why didn't Analeus cancel your pass clearance?
Why should he? There's nothing outside but snow and hungry Nathak.
You have a plan?
I do. However, there is one other... What is that charming human expression? Fly in the lotion? Violence against Mr. Analeas' thugs may be necessary. He has members of Hanshan's security team searching my offices. He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
I'll focus on trying to get your evidence. If I'm lucky, I won't have to fight anyone.
Excellent. Here is my pass into our offices. It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive and it will auto-execute. Oh, and do try to keep bloodstains off the carpets, would you?
Tak, to nemůžu slíbit. Kde je ta kancelář? Synthetic insights. To jsme si udělali krásný kolečko. Co pak ty se zač?
Spectre, right?
Yeah, that's me.
I used to be a military tech. Except for Maiko's people, everyone's too corporate here. They just sit around sipping expensive water. So what can I do for you today?
How can I get into the garage?
You need a pass. You can get one from Analeas or the managers, if you can polish enough gizzard.
Maybe you could let me borrow yours?
Sure, if I wanted to lose my job and get sued into the next spiral arm. Security tracks card use.
You seem like you have an ear to the ground. What's happening around here?
There's the problems up on Peak 15. Synthetics Insights was shut down by Analeas, and the Matriarch came through.
No, tak všechno z toho už vím.
I have to go.
You need anything, I'll be here.
Tak je to správný výtah.
Freeze! Hanshan security. This office is sealed.
Lorik Keene gave me a pass in.
Keene? Are you working for him? He's under investigation.
Analeas is paying you to shake this place down. Does Captain Matsuo know you're here?
Hey, I'm not the one who wants Keene. Analeas has a Varan up his ass about this guy. How about this? You pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you.
Fair enough. Moment, tak úplně právě. No tak jo. Už to musí být. No kurňa. Chtěl potřísnit koberec krví a žádný koberec to nemá. Tak jo. Tomu určitě nebude vadit, když si vezmeme. Tak jsme asi ve špatném patře. Jestli to vypadá, že to tady vykrádám, tak ne. To se jenom zdá. Já to musel udělat. Záchnu samozřejmě, no, ne, určitě neberu. Jo, to dobíhá Garus, tak co pak zarychle ses na schodech? Ale no tak.
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
You have me at a disadvantage, miss.
Oh, now you're gonna show some respect? I'm Sergeant Kyra Sterling, Ilanis Risk Control Services. Annaleus would throw you off-world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
Your men are dirty, Sergeant. You're here off-duty, breaking the law for bribe money.
I didn't want to fight them. They fired first.
Well, I don't need a gun behind the pieces. I will destroy you!
Všechno?
Perimeter secured.
Dostali jsme levníček. Už chudáci zůstávají jenom po jednom. No, jako úplnou službu by to chtělo, to máš pravdu. No, tak jako žádná krev z nich nestříká.
Commander, there have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
Speak plain. What's your interest?
Not here, Spectre. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
Kdeže s ním mám mluvit v hotelu? Jo, v hotelu a ten byl nahoře za barem. Známe se tak půl hodiny, já už mě ptala na hotel. Co pak tomu řekne Liara? Je mi trošku záhadou, proč vlastně musím všechny ty zbraně nosit na sobě a mám plně vybojovací sloty, když je stejně nemůžu nikdy použít.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Noverii Internal Affairs.
Why is an internal affairs agent here?
The executive board knows about Ananias's corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keen to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
I need Keen's garage pass to complete my mission.
You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
Ananias is dirty. It might be best to help her.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
Alright, I'll talk to Keen and see if I can convince him.
Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
I finished the job, but an internal affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Ananias.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it? I have no interest in a public spectacle.
Everyone on this station is chafing under Ananias's extortion. You might end up a hero.
My employers rely on the goodwill of the executive board to work here.
The board is investigating Ananias. They'll be more angry at him than at you.
All right. It is obvious that I cannot dissuade you.
Yes.
Very well. I will testify. Make whatever arrangements you need with your contact. I will wait here.
What sort of Good. I don't think I'm supposed to mention numbers. They don't write them down on things.
No a ona šla jako kam, zase zpátky do kanclu.
Oh, sure, the company takes care of its own. Full insurance, medication, subsidized housing. After a year, it started getting stock options.
Je krásná bouře venku.
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
It took some persuasion, but Keen has agreed to testify.
That's a world of stress off my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport. I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can be alright.
Doesn't this help you? You don't seem particularly happy.
I'm ecstatic, but right now, I just feel like a long day of work is ending. While you were working on Keen, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest!
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
Myslím, že jsme se ještě neviděli naposled. Nechali nehlídaný tam co? Tam měl trezor na zdi. Stejně to bude špinavý prachy, tak co? Nekoukej tak na mě, drobníku. No dobře, nic moc. No, ještě jste kreditu. Tak, sehláme propusku do hangáru, ale vůbec nevím, kde je ten hangár. Myslím, že jiný úkol tady nemáme. Ne, si tady ale... Ne.
Access to the garage is restricted.
I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Alutsk Valley.
Oh, no.
I'd say these are what the Matriarch had in the crates.
No, máte to tady teda velmi pod kontrolou, slečno, to vám řeknu.
What did you do here, Commander?
The Geth ambushed us, we fought back. That's it.
Geth, you expect me to... Where did they come from?
If I were to guess, the Matriarch packed them in the shipping container she arrived with.
I don't believe that. We did thorough scans of those. There were no power sources, no element zero masses. If Benezie-sama's containers were packed with these things, there are many more out there.
I need numbers, Captain. A dozen? 100?
Dozens, at least. They're machines. You could pack them tightly. I must report to the executive board. If word gets out about loose Geth, there may be an investor panic.
Jo, investoři. No tím asi nepojedem. Ale mako, není to naše. Těhle kontejnerky jsem asi dovezla, co? Chviličku AFK, ať jsem zpátky.
Tak jsem zpátky. Jo, no, doufám, že to má sněhový řetěz. Hele, ale závěr tu nevidím, tak to zatím hodně. Horší bude, když se sklouznem a se jde někdo ze srázu. No, jako je to tady fakt veliký. Ale mají tady majáky, co aby jsme se zrušovali. Víme, že máko vydrží prakticky všechno. Je bedínka, no? Těžká zbroj problémem. To by se mohlo hodit, tak to byla dobrá zastávka. Brex bude mít radost. Au. No, pěkné. Nový omnitul. Tak jo. No to mě se právě líbí, že jsou tady ty tajemství. My jsme nechali nikoho za náma. Ještě bych ho mohl chytit tvořivá, kámoš by si opravil. Písek. No to si přivezla docela těžký vybavení, když si tady rozložila i obrany věže. To musela být slušná kolona. No tamhle. Ježiš, tak uhnutné.
Alert. All Peak 15 facilities have suffered a great deal of damage.
Beru si tady močka i vrata.
Biohazard materials present throughout facility. Virtual intelligence user interface offline.
No tak to je asi lepší. Protože kdyby tady byla ještě jedna UI podobná jako ta před chvílí, tak... Nevím. Budou asi hodný.
Why are the turrets facing the wrong way?
They want to keep their people in. They want to keep others out.
Nic, tak nic. Je, kantýna, super, už jsem měl hlad. tam bojím, co už mi to takový trucne. Co to bylo? Aha.
Animals, wind. This place is in bad shape.
Sakra. Rachna. Nebo rachny.
What were those things?
Xenobiology is not my field. Maybe someone in the labs knows.
Jo, tak nechtěli vevnitř udržet lidi, ale tyhle ty zmetky.
Area secured.
Chuligán, jeden. Čím mě to nakazil, parchant? Radioaktivní sliny. Co na ty jsem úplně zapomněl, na ty rachníky. Přitom ty jsou docela, jako mají docela zajímavý příběh.
A backup power system, Commander. It must be for the station's mainframe.
The damage is not extensive. It could be repaired.
Zákryš. Tak jo.
Critical startup error. Virtual intelligence user interface offline. Manual boot required.
To je od vás milý, ale kde? Ale já jdu sám, jo. Skočte. No. Omnigel máme dost.
It looks like you're trying to restore this facility. Would you like help?
Help would be great. Who are you?
This system is monitored to respond to the name Mira. May I ask your name?
Commander Shepard. I work for the Citadel's Special Tactics and Reconnaissance.
One moment, please. Council authority confirmed. You are entitled to secure access of all systems. Please note that queries relating to corporate secrets require privileged access. Privileged access is only available to binary helix executives. This system is ready to process queries. You may access me at any holographic interface within Peak 15.
I need to find Matriarcha Benezie.
Lady Benezie departed on the passenger tramway to the Rift Station subsidiary labs. User alert. The tramway system is currently inoperable.
What's the situation here?
One moment, please. Diagnostics in progress. Critical failure. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. Critical failure. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger tram systems are offline. Report complete. Do you have an additional system status query?
What are the landlines, and why are they disabled?
The landlines connect my mainframes here at Central Station to the various sub-facilities of Peak 15. This allows the crew to remotely access my databases from the comfort and security of their labs. When emergency protocols were implemented within the hot labs, the cabling was automatically ejected.
How do I reconnect the landlines?
The landlines are designed for easy reconnection. The router for the landlines is on the roof of operations. Simply activate the controls and the hardware will reconnect and reboot automatically.
Do you know why the reactor was shut down?
I'm sorry, but I was offline at the time. Shutdown could occur if reactor breach seems likely, or in the case of catastrophic laboratory containment failure. Emergency guidelines suggest the frigid environment will kill biological contagions. It may also damage mechanical ones.
Turn off the heat and hope the cold puts whatever you have unleashed to sleep.
What do I need to do to get the power back on?
The valves to the helium-3 fuel line must be opened. This can be done at the controls on the reactor assembly proper.
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
Tell me what occurred immediately before you shut down.
Stage 1 alert issued at Hot Labs. Contaminants released from Laboratory Pod Gamma. Emergency protocols implemented. Stage 2 alert issued at Hot Labs. Isolation tube breached. Tram shut down. Landline to Hot Labs disconnected. Stage 3 alert issued locally. Contaminants in tram tunnels. Station shutdown and evacuation initiated. Code Omega sent.
What sort of contaminants escaped?
I'm sorry, Commander. Inquiries related to our research require privileged access. Only executives of Binary Helix have that level of clearance.
The creatures we've encountered here, did they come from the labs?
I'm sorry, Commander. Inquiries related to our research require privileged access. Only executives of Binary Helix have that level of clearance.
Why were you taken offline?
In the event, Peak 15 must be sterilized for security purposes. My program and data are purged.
They kill you if something goes wrong?
My systems are permanently disabled. To be killed, I would need to be alive. I am merely a database program.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline. Now entering main reactor. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Landline.
No. Co on říká, já tak jsem svou umí z těch schodů. Tak jo, začneme s tím asi. Co byste uhli trošku, ne? Kde šlo? No, chápu druhou stranou, si tam buďte aktivovat.
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
No, moc pěkně. Co s tou raketou dozad mě překvapilo, no?
User alert. Main reactor shut down in accordance with emergency containment procedures. Manual restart required. User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
Co teď? Na střeše, takže to byla ta zadní část.
User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
Ještě já tu zabít nechci.
User alert. Landline connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
Ale já vím, zavři zabák. Stačí, že jsi nám to řekl asi tak 10krát. My jsme to pochopili. Já to melduji do toho výkonu.
Connections are disabled. Passenger trams are offline.
Perimeter secured.
Zval. Takže to mělo být všechno a můžeme se rozjet vlakem. Tady ty dveře vpravo už by měly být aktivovaný, jo. Už zás.
Perimeter clear. Now entering decontamination and transit hub. User alert. Loose contaminants in the decontamination chamber. Access to passenger tramways inadvisable.
To je dobrý. V dekontaminační komoře jsou volní kontaminanty. No to ale znamená, že bychom je mohli dekontaminovat. Nízká úroveň dovedností. No jasný.
Connections restored. Processing new data. User alert. Unable to connect to hot lab facilities.
What's this about loose contaminants?
Dangerous biological agents are present in the tramway decontamination chamber. The tram station has been sealed in the interest of crew safety. Activation of the fail-safe plasma jets is recommended prior to access.
How do I activate the failsafe system?
Controls for the fail-safe systems are located in the security checkpoint outside decontamination. User alert. The fail-safe system is currently inoperable.
Tak to je úžasný.
What would it take to get the decon failsafes operating again?
There is a hardware fault in the control system. This can be repaired on-site using a standard Omni tool.
Tak to
Unlock the decontamination chamber.
User alert. Contaminants are present within the decontamination chambers. Passage is not recommended.
How do I get rid of the contaminants?
The chamber is equipped with a fail-safe system which vents a 5,000-degree Kelvin plasma. This is sufficient to sterilize any potential contagion. Unfortunately, the fail-safe system is disabled at this time.
I don't have time for this. Override and open the doors.
Very well, Commander. Releasing safeties. Proceed at your discretion.
That's all I need right now.
Very well, Commander. Logging you out.
No, tohle bude zajímavý. To jsou pěkný potvory. Tak, teď to někdo zapne, tu dekontaminaci. Jak tam čekali mršky.
Area secured.
No tak jedem.
Departing Central Station. Destination, Rift Station. Now arriving at Rift Station, Binary Helix Research Facility.
Je tu podezřelý klid a ticho. Vede nás to jedním směrem, je to pást.
Stand down. Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
Can those things work a train's controls?
Hell if I know. I'm not assuming any goddamn thing. Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't shoot. But I'd like to know who you are.
My name is Shepard. I'm a Spectre.
Huh. I won't look a heavily armed horse in the mouth. The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han Olar got out and he ain't all there anymore. The first we knew, the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
You were taken by surprise and had civilians to protect. You did a good job, Captain.
Yeah? Sure as hell doesn't feel like it. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
Benezie. Is she still over there?
I don't know. I don't see what one person could do.
A matriarch has the skill to keep herself alive for a long time.
There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card will let you activate it. It can take you down to the hot labs. Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
What can you tell me about the aliens?
Ask Dr. Olar. He's the only one who made it out of the hot labs. He's the only Volus left in here.
Jo, Volus, ty jsou taky dobrý.
How are your people holding up?
We weren't expecting the initial wave. They made it inside. We lost some good people. Those of us left are short-handed. We've kept order by long shifts and stems. I don't like it, but I don't see an alternative.
You're certain the Matriarch is still in the hot labs?
She hasn't come back here. You came through Central Station, so she ain't there.
Did the aliens come from inside the facility, or did they attack from outside?
You want my personal opinion? Labs like that exist to do stupid crap that gets people killed.
Tell me about the structure of the hot labs.
It's built into one of the glaciers further down the mountain. Real old, thick, stable. Something goes wrong, they heat it up and sink it into the ice. Normally, the crew gets to the labs using a tram from Central Station. We've got an elevator that connects directly, but it's for emergency use only. Listen. I'm not sending my people down there. It's too dangerous. You understand?
I've got work to do.
Yeah, I hear that. Hell! Man the perimeter!
Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Enemies everywhere!
Bylo všechno?
All targets down.
Aha. Ok. Uvidíme, jestli najdeme toho Voluse.
Uncertain. I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious to know what you're doing here.
I was sent here to find an Asari Matriarch.
Surprised? One has visited recently. furtively.
Oni nemají mimický svaly ani z něho
There
hlasu,
are
takže musí
rumors
hlásit,
she
jak
has gone
se
to the
vyjadřují.
hot lab. For now, with forced cheer, I still have a limited supply of equipment to sell.
Let's have a look.
Regretfully, most of my stock has been appropriated by Captain Ventralis.
Tak co tu máš? Tak tohle rozhodně chci. To taky chci. Tohle nechci. Lepší přesnost, ale se zůstanu toho, co mám. Nemáš nic, co bych potřeboval.
Warning. Watchdog protocol is active.
No, tak to ještě vidím. Nejdřív si promluvíme s tím doktorem.
What do you want?
Were they attacked by the aliens?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
But you're going to, because I might be able to help.
I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable than their secrets. You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety protocols for our experiments here.
We reactivated her on our way through Central Station.
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she came online, the automatic equipment wouldn't work. We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These three were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
I understand your caution, but I need details. What you say won't go beyond these walls.
It's a bioweapon, based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature. But there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species. Thoros B is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
It doesn't matter how safe you make it. Biological weapons are illegal.
Militaries, governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
There's a reason the Citadel conventions forbid bioweapons, Doctor.
I didn't expect you'd understand. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
Is he right to keep people out?
No, the toxin has a brief period of viability. After that, it breaks down into simple protein chains. But he won't listen to me.
I'll talk to him. Maybe I can convince him to let me try.
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do anything, I'd appreciate it.
What will it take to get the cure for these people?
The quarantine labs are near the science team's quarters. Once you're in there, look for our notes. It should just be a matter of following our processes.
I need to get into the maintenance areas.
I have a pass, but there's nothing back there, just snow. Well, snow and maintenance access.
Things are going to hit the fan in this place. Slip me the card and I'll keep your team safe.
I have your word on that. Just don't tell the guards. They're twitchy enough.
Talk to you later.
I hope you can do something.
Ne, co běhne, to... Hledám toho vouse, kam bych se nám schoval.
Thanks for the help. Every few hours, a group comes up the tram tunnel. It's actually better since we locked down the elevator.
I'll do whatever I can.
I don't know why they keep throwing themselves against our defenses. Even animals should learn not to stick their noses where it hurts. Something you need?
I've heard about the problems in the quarantine lab. I'd like to recover the toxin cure.
God, I wish we could help those guys. I really do, but we can't risk contamination now.
Dr. Cohen says there's no risk of contamination.
All right, you want to gamble with your life, you're not under my command. I'll have the guard let you in, but he'll lock the door behind you. He'll run a full scan before he'll let you out. If there are any anomalies, you stay in there.
Those are reasonable precautions.
I'll radio ahead to let the guard know. Good luck.
I've got work to do.